Hey my loves, it's your girl, the Lit Magician Goddess. I'm an intuitive tarot reader. I love doing pick cards, love readings, private readings. I even have beautiful oracle decks on my Etsy shop. So if that is content and items that you're interested in, definitely hit the subscribe button down below. Also, turn on your post notification bell so that you know every single time that I post a new video, okay? So for today's reading, we're going to be looking at what life lessons you are currently learning, what the universe is testing you on right now, and we're also going to receive some guidance and advice from your spirit guides, okay? So today there are 3 piles, pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Take a few deep breaths in and out, calm your mind, even close your eyes, choose your pile intuitively, and then I will catch you in your reading. Hey pile 1, so here is your reading. Okay, we're looking at what are the current life lessons that you are learning right now, in what ways are you being tested, and we're going to also get some advice for you. So for starters, I always receive a lot of intuitive messages before conducting this reading, so I'm going to go through those. Oh, excuse me. So the first thing is, I feel like you're being tested on how well you utilize your throat chakra. Speaking on how you feel regardless of the emotion. It's a matter of whether you're happy, excited, frustrated, annoyed. It's like, are you using your voice in a way that's being heard? Okay, I kept hearing the word spiritual hygiene. So it's like, I feel like you are very gifted and you're aware of this, but your angels want to ask the question of, are you using it in a way that's productive for you and other people? Okay. I'm getting this energy of like gatekeeping. You're in a space right now where the universe doesn't want you to gatekeep information. It's time for you to put your foot down, say how you feel, express yourself, and don't feel guilty for doing so. Okay, there's a need for, or a desire for you to free yourself of attachments as well. I feel like you have this weird feeling of being afraid to fall, whether it's falling in love, falling into a new career, falling into a new location. You could even be having dreams about falling, but there's some type of caution that you're taking when it comes to falling into something new. Okay, and I feel like this is what's gonna help you to ascend to the next level, breaking free of that attachment to the old version of you, or your old habits, or your old ways. Okay, there's a need. I keep wanting to say the word need, but there's a strong need for you to release the feeling of fear, because that's essentially what's hindering you right now. Okay, not being afraid to take risks or to do things that are out of your comfort zone, or that are like unfamiliar territory for you. There's like broadening your horizon, seeing further than what your eyes can see, like believing that there is more out there than what you just see right in front of you right now. Something also about skydiving in airplanes. You could be planning to do that, or I feel like experiencing free falling in real life just kind of releases any burdens or like heavy weight that could be holding you down or holding you in a specific location. I feel like that would be essential to your growth and your journey right now. And there's also this lesson of learning that you don't need people to have your back. Okay, for some reason I'm getting this energy that you could be considered like a needy person, or like you have a lot of expectations that you place on other people. Yeah, that's something that I'm getting here, but nonetheless, I feel like you might have gone through a period where people didn't have your back, or you felt like the love you was given, the support you were given wasn't being reciprocated. And I'm here to tell you, like, you don't need anyone's validation or anyone's support in order to take the first step. You have to be your own motivation. It's kind of like when you are going skydiving, they have someone there to like tandem jump with you, or someone to push you out the plane. But like, you gotta be there to push your own self, okay? You can't rely on other people to give you that boost or that spark, like, ooh, this person supports me, my mom supports me, or my family supports my idea, I can do it now. Like, no. Okay. And there's also this feeling of like, you know, wanting to be popular without putting in the work. That's what I'm hearing. Like, I feel like you know what you're placed here to do, and you know that that will draw people into you, but right now you're not putting yourself out there. You're not putting yourself out there in order for people to find you and gravitate towards you, to give you that clout or to give you that, you know, recognition that you're looking for. That's what I'm getting here. Yeah, I also see haters. There's someone who is envious of you and thinks that you have it easy when really you've been utilizing the same resources that all of us have. Like, I see sometimes like people don't realize the growing pains that you have to go through, or the internal battle that you have with yourself on a day-to-day basis. They just look at you and think that, oh, maybe you're spoiled, or maybe things are just always placed in your lap. But in actuality, like, you really have gone through a struggle, okay? And I feel like you just have utilized your resources in ways that other people might not have. And I see haters. I mean, I see people who wish they could be like you, essentially. And I'm also hearing this message of a lesson that is supposed to be learned is not allowing other people's envy to silence you, or like, I don't know, if someone's opinion, like not letting someone's opinion hold so much weight in the decisions that you make. I'm also seeing like distractions being something that you have to overcome, having a short attention span. I see like a lot of notifications, like your phone blowing up, people wanting to talk to you, be around you, inviting you places, but it's time for you to like hone in on yourself. What is it that you want to conquer in this lifetime, okay? And putting your energy into that. I feel like whatever it is, it involves your voice, whether you're doing like a YouTube, or speaking like a motivational speaker, or singing, or I don't know, just like some type of commentator, something that involves you using your voice and expressing your authentic self. Okay, let's see. I also saw the Eiffel Tower, so I don't know if you're planning to take a trip there, but I'm seeing traveling abroad. Like I mentioned, I saw the planes earlier in skydiving, so there could be some, there's like your angels want you to see more, do more, explore more, okay? Someone's name here could be Paris or London. But yeah, I feel like, yeah, it's like how the Eiffel Tower starts off kind of big at the bottom and gets small. That's kind of like your support group. Like in the beginning, you know, there's like a lot of people around you. Like people are like, yeah, I see you doing this and that. I see you, but they really don't have your best interest at heart. The people who are really meant to go on this journey with you are going to be like, once you get to the top, they've been with you the whole way. Like people are going to fall off as you grow, but you just have to keep going. You can't let that distract you. If you lose friends, or if you lose family members, or people start being jealous of you and you know, projecting the evil eye towards you, you can't let that stop you. Okay? There's something about like reaching higher heights. The Eiffel Tower is high. Skydiving, airplanes, they're all up there in the sky. Okay? Yes, that's the energy that I'm getting here. Okay? So we're gonna get my deck that I made. It is the Life Lessons deck. It's kind of hard to see right now. I just really didn't want to turn on the lights just because it was setting a whole vibe for me. But yes, this deck is available on my Etsy shop if you like it, once I start, you know, pulling out some cards. So let's see here. What life lessons or other life lessons does the universe want to teach Pile 1 right now? So let's see. What other lessons is Pile 1 learning? So let's see. The first one we have is eggs in one basket. It says, if the basket drops, will the eggs survive? Okay. Oops. So let's see, what other lessons is Pile 1 learning right now? What lessons is Pile 1 being taught? Okay, we have 3 more. So this one says, read between the lines. What's understood doesn't need to be explained. For this one, we have solitude and silence. Quiet the mind and the answers will be heard. Okay, and then the last one we have is lemons into lemonade. Every bad situation is a blessing in hindsight. Okay, so I feel like the first lesson that you're being taught here is to not have all your eggs in one basket. There is a tendency for you to maybe box yourself in or just stick to what's familiar. And you gotta step out on faith, take risks, okay? Line yourself up so that you are destined for success in the future. You know, because what you do now, the seeds you plant today, you know, that's what's going to manifest as your harvest in the future. And if you aren't, you know, putting yourself out there in different ways, you can't expect that type of return, you know, down the line. And read between the lines. What's understood doesn't need to be explained. It's like, I feel like you know the answers. You have all the answers already, but it's a matter of, are you listening to them? Are you listening to your intuition? It's a part of the whole spiritual hygiene thing that I was mentioning. Like, are you neglecting the gifts, the natural born gifts that you have of like a heightened intuition and being able to, you know, hear from your higher self? Are you ignoring those voices, those messages that are coming through? Okay, I feel like it's already understood what it is that you were placed here to do, but there's a tendency for you to not fully embrace that. Okay, and solitude and silence. Quiet the mind and the answers will be heard. Yes, so there is, like how I mentioned, you having a lot of notifications or a lot of people wanting your attention. You know, that's not really going to get you to where you desire to be. It's time for you to, you know, maybe take a solo trip, go somewhere by yourself, be in complete stillness and silence and just listen. Okay, what messages are coming through for you and what are you being told? What signs and synchronicities are you seeing on a daily basis that are delivering you a message? You know, like, especially if you're seeing the same thing or you're hearing people talk about the same topic or just hearing the same words, seeing the same symbols, it's a sign, okay? It's not to be ignored. And the last lesson that we have here is lemons into lemonade. Every bad situation is a blessing in hindsight. Yes, so when things don't pan out the way that you desire it to, it's not a bad situation. It's a blessing in hindsight. Everything happens as it should. Okay, it's in divine order. So if you feel like, oh man, that's not the result that I wanted for that, in the end, in the future, you're going to see like that had to happen that way. It had to play out that way. If you feel like you're falling, it's like, it's like, I don't know, there's like how I said, a fear of falling. It's the same thing as a fear of failing. Maybe you've had situations in the past where you had really high hopes that things were going to work out correctly. And, you know, you put all your eggs in one basket and then the basket dropped. And now it's instilled this fear in you of that happening again. And just the idea of falling, it's like you have this, I feel like I'm getting the vibe that it happened in your childhood or like in your upbringing, but things just, you always got your hopes up and then something happened and it didn't work out. So now it has made you more apprehensive to take risks or made you want to play it safe. Okay, and your angels are telling you like, that's a lesson you're learning right now. Like, it's not time to play it safe. Okay, turn those lemons into lemonade and make shit sweet. Basically, that's what I'm getting here. Okay, so let's see. We're gonna go ahead and get some advice for you for these lessons. Okay, so let's see. This is the DMs from Spirit Deck, also available on my Etsy shop. Woo! So let's see. Ooh. Okay, wow. So this just went out. Don't dim your own light. That's another lesson, okay? Don't dim your own light. Yes. Oh, you know that you were placed here to just do something so extravagant and so massive and just reach the masses. And it's like, don't shrink yourself down to just fit in. Okay, you were born to stand out. That's what I'm getting here. And we also got all 3 of these advice cards at once. So the first advice card says, manifesting starts with showing gratitude, but you've been a bit ungrateful lately. Okay. The second one says, the grass is greener on the other side. Don't walk, run. Okay. And then the third one says, we've been working hard in the background. Blessings in disguise are coming to the light. So we have blessings in hindsight right here. And we also have coming to the light. This light just went out. It's like things are coming to the light for you. You know, you might not understand why in the moment, but it's going to be revealed to you. And the grass is greener on the other side. Don't walk, run. It's a matter of wherever you are right now. This is not where you're destined to be. Okay, there's something brighter on the other side, but you got to take that step. All right, you got to refocus your vision, your sight, refocus it in a different direction and just go for it. Okay, do not second guess yourself. And it also says manifesting starts with gratitude, but you've been a bit ungrateful lately. So yeah, whenever you're attempting to manifest something massive in your life, it could be even something very, very small. It all starts with showing gratitude for where you are right now and the things that you do have, okay? So just take a moment, maybe journal, write out 20 things that you're grateful for, 20 things that you appreciate about yourself, and just read that every day. Read that every day. Create a new list as often as you would like, but just always have a constant reminder of the things you are grateful for right in this moment, okay? Don't ever take that for granted, all right? So these are your messages. They're basically the lessons that you're being taught right now. I hope it resonated, and if it did, definitely leave a comment down below, or even just like this video. Show your girl some love. You know, I really, really do appreciate it. But nonetheless, I hope you have a great rest of your day, evening, night, and I will catch you in the next reading. See ya. Hey, pal two. So here is your reading. Okay, we're going to be looking at the life lessons you are learning right now. How are you being tested? And also going to get some advice from your spirit guides. But before we do, I always channel some I always channel some intuitive messages beforehand. So let's get into it, okay? So the first thing that I felt was you're being challenged to find your spark, okay? What makes you excited about life? Just as simple as that. What makes you excited about life, okay? The movie Soul by Disney popped in my mind, and if you have not seen that movie, please give it a watch. If you have already, definitely rewatch it again and take some notes and kind of figure out, you know, like what aspects of that movie relate to your life in this current moment. Because in that movie, there were lost souls. And I want to ask you, are you a lost soul? Do you feel like you've been a lost soul lately? And are you finding your way? Okay. For some of you, I feel like you might be caught in the rat race, and the universe is urging you to, you know, break out of that, to find something that literally, let me not say literally, but figuratively sets your soul on fire, okay? Makes you have this undescribable like passion and drive to just get up every day and just do what you genuinely love. You're being prompted to figure out what that is, okay? There's like a lot of prompting of asking questions. Like I'm hearing like a lot of questions from your spirit guides. Do you feel bored? Do you make decisions based off of surviving or thriving? Okay? And I feel like the answers will come to you when you don't force it. I feel like there's this thing about you where you're working on this timeline. Like, I gotta get this done at this time right now. This is how it's supposed to be. I'm supposed to have kids by this time. I'm supposed to get married by this time. I'm supposed to have a house by now. You know, I should have a car in my name. I should be doing this. I should be debt free by this time. You know, I feel like there's such a rigid timeline that you're playing by. And that's gonna lead you to burnout, emotional burnout, mental fatigue, all of the above. And I feel like you can achieve all of those things on that timeline, but you will not be fulfilled. On a spiritual level, you will not feel like satisfied, okay? There will be this yearning of, I should be doing more, I gotta be doing more. And that's because you're being prompted to figure out What is your purpose? Why were you placed here at this time, in this era, for whatever reason, this year, this time? Like, why were you placed in this generation? You know, you could have been born at any time, you know, in the past, but you were born right now. And yeah, that's what you're being prompted to figure out, okay? This year, I feel, is going to be a time of expansion, exploration, and exploring new partners. The number 555 was coming out for me heavy. It just was given this vibe of like you felt a lot of anxiety, a lot of, you know, maybe even depression, or just, you know, overthinking last year. But this year, I feel like you're learning how to break out of that. You've figured out a lot of your likes and dislikes, what you will and won't tolerate. And it's going to be super transformative for you. It's like a monumental shift is occurring. But, you know, I feel like sometimes you get wrapped up in delays. You feel like things don't play out the way you envisioned them to, but they're not really delays, okay? It's just the angels don't want you to put so much pressure on you to do things by a certain time. Time is an illusion, okay? Time is man-made. Like, we really don't know the full capacity of what time means. You know, but society has made us think that we have to do things by this time, by this month, by this season, you know? So your lesson is to learn how to break out of that societal norm, okay? Let's see. How your life is now is not how it will always be, okay? Like, where you are right now, don't see this as being set in stone. Like, this is definitive. I'm gonna be working at this job for another 25 years. I'm gonna be doing this until I retire. Like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. A tower moment is coming. Things are literally about to shift for you, whether you want it to or not. It's coming, okay? If you are single, I do see you exploring different partners, you know, mixing and mingling, talking to different people, not really settling down with anyone just yet, you know, just playing the field. If you are in a relationship, I feel like you're going to be exploring new facets of your relationship, you know, exploring different sides of your partner that you probably haven't discovered just yet. Let's see here. I also see like balance and harmony coming in to your life as well, through you embracing this shift that is occurring, okay? The universe wants you to know, like, as long as you don't resist the change, balance and harmony are coming into your life. Things are gonna feel more leveled out, more smoothly, like less stress, strain and struggle. Like, that's just how it's gonna be, okay? And it's gonna make you feel like the effort that you're putting forth, the result is of an equal magnitude. What you give is what you receive. That's the vibe that you're gonna really feel. But ultimately, the lesson that you're learning is to find your spark right now. That's the core of what's going on, okay? So those are the messages that I got. So let's go ahead and get some cards out here. So this is my Lessons of Life deck. It's kind of hard to see. I really didn't want to turn on the lights because it was honestly a vibe. I just wanted to switch it up. But we're gonna get some cards out here to see what other lessons you're gonna be learning. Okay, and if you vibe with this deck, it is also available on my Etsy shop. Okay. Whew. So let's see here. I'm gonna shuffle one more time. Let's see, what lessons of life is Pile 2 learning right now? Okay, what lessons is Pile 2 being taught? In what ways is Pile 2 being tested right now? Oh, nope. Let's see. What lessons? There's so many cards that want to come out. Oh my gosh. Okay. So we got 4. All right. So let's see. The first one is Leap of Faith. Wow, okay. It says, doubt is the killer of dreams. The unknown is waiting. Okay. So then next we have detach from outcome. The universe works behind the scenes. Do not micromanage. Okay. Next we have open-mindedness. There is always more than one way. Yeah, with this road, it has an arrow pointing out that way. It's signifying there's more than one way. Yeah, and that's playing into like how society tells us things should just be done one way. This is how your life should pan out, from being a little child to high school to college to having a family. Like, no, there's more than one way. Be open to that, okay? And then we have balance, yin and yang. In the dark, there is light. In the wrong, there is right. Yes, I feel like I just mentioned balance and harmony coming into your life. You know, once you're able to take this leap of faith and truly trust that you are being guided in the right direction, and ultimately detaching from the outcome of like, when will this happen? How will it happen? Who will I end up being with? What type of job will I have? You know, it's a lot. I feel like you have so many questions that run through your mind all the time. And it's just like, you got to detach from that. Keep an open mind, detach from the outcome, and just go for it. Okay? Just go for it. Once you figure out what your purpose is or your spark, it's kind of like, don't hesitate, just take the action. All right, be in that yang energy. I feel like you've been in the yin energy quite a bit, maybe thinking a lot or kind of going inward, being a little bit more passive. But now is like the time for you to be more assertive. Like, take control of what's going on in your life right now, okay? Because that's the only way you're going to get to this harmonious and like kind of, I just see like a puzzle just being placed together, all the pieces falling into place. Like, that's where you're ultimately headed at. But you got to take these, oh my gosh, these sequential steps. Sorry, tongue twister, okay? The universe is working behind the scenes. Do not micromanage, okay? So when things don't come exactly when you want them to, do not micromanage. Do not obsess about it. You know, if you're into tarot readings, don't watch 1,000 of them, okay? They're all going to give you a different message. They're all going to have you feeling anxious and worked up and overwhelmed because you don't know what's coming next, what's going to happen. Like, you know, it's not about predicting the future. It's about feeling the present moment. And that's your lesson. That's one of your lessons, okay? There's a lot out here, but, you know, that's what I'm feeling here. And don't ever feel like you're stuck. Like I said, where you are right now is not where you're destined to be, okay? It's just not. All right, things are playing out as they should. It's just a matter of trusting the process right now. Okay, so we're gonna get some advice out here for you as well. So let's see. This 16 is standing out. The 16th of August is what I'm hearing. August 16th. Is that Virgo season? I want to say so, or child, it might be Leo. Woo, I should know these things. But August 16th is really ringing in my ear right now, or the 16th of a month. That's what I'm hearing. Woo, I also just saw $71,000. So some of you are working a position where you're on a salary and your salary is like $34,000 to $56,000. It's somewhere in between there. And you've been desiring a raise, but you just haven't gotten it yet. But you're also content, but you know that there's more for you. And I feel like if you just take that leap, you could have a 20 grand, 30, 40 grand raise waiting for you if you just keep an open mind and just be receptive to, you know, what the blessings that are coming into your life. Just be receptive. Yes. That's what I'm hearing. Okay. Whoops. All right. So let's see here. What advice would the angels, spirit, guides like to give to pile 2? Let's shuffle one more time. This is my DMs from Spirit deck, also available in my Etsy shop. So let's see. What advice would you like to give to pile 2? Excuse me. What advice does pile 2 need to hear right now about the lessons they are learning. Ooh, Lordy. It's a lot. They giving out whole paragraphs at this point. Let's see. Spirit, could we please just have 3 cards? Thank you so much. What advice? Okay, let's get one more. One more. Ooh, nope, that was 2. Okay, I feel like they want you to have 2 more. All right, they do. Okay, so these are the last 2. So the first one, let's see what it says. The first one says, your best friend is essential. Listen to what they have to say about this situation. Okay. The next one says, ask your dad or a father figure. He'll know. Okay. So I'm getting the vibe that there's some opinions that you would like to receive. It's essential that you reach out to these people because they might have the answer that you feel like you don't have right now. Unexpected news incoming. So we have a lot of different things that this could be on here. A new home, a new car, some type of gift, could be a proposal. You know, there's a lot of different emojis on there. So some type of unexpected news is coming in for you. And then the last one says, not your circus, not your monkeys. Focus on yourself. Yes. Okay, so I'm seeing like one of your lessons is to not take on other people's problems, especially because you have your own life to be concerned about. But nonetheless, I feel like there's a decision that you want to make or some type of, you know, stepping into the unknown. And you feel like you would like some type of reassurance or advice or guidance from someone in your life. Your best friend and a father figure or dad in your life is going to be the ticket to what you are liking to have answers to. Okay, that's what I'm getting here. All right, so that is your reading. I hope it resonated with you, and if it did, please leave a like down below. Also, if you feel like talking to your girl, definitely drop a comment down there. I love to read what you all have to say, but nonetheless, enjoy the rest of your day, night, evening, and I will catch you in the next reading. See ya. Hey, Pile 3. So here is your reading. We're going to be looking at what life lessons are you currently learning right now? In what ways are you being tested? And also receive some advice from your spiritual team, okay? But before we get into that, I like to channel some intuitive messages beforehand. So we're gonna get through these first, okay? So to start off, a lesson you are learning, a big theme for you is no backtracking, okay? Let bygones be bygones. You know, not everything is meant to be in your life forever. You have to learn how to let go. The art of detachment. That is a really big theme for you, okay? Because when you hold on to things that are no longer playing an essential role in your life, it can become the root cause of frustration and confusion and feeling depleted because that thing, person, place, location, whatever it is no longer a part of your story. It's already, you know, served its purpose. So there's this lesson for you to avoid looking backwards, okay? Just imagine driving a car, going forward and looking in your rearview mirror the entire time. How does that work? You're gonna crash and burn at that point, okay? I'm also hearing to avoid looking for happiness in the same places that you lost it. Yeah, that can pertain to work life, to relationships, to just overall happiness. Yeah, if there's some type of trauma or negative memory associated with a location, I feel like it's essential for you to not revisit that. You know, second chances aren't always the best. Sometimes it's like, learn the lesson the first time. There's no need to repeat the same thing again to learn the same lesson again. Okay, let's see here. Running back to what's familiar. People, places, jobs, old versions of oneself. So there's like a heavy emphasis on the word places. It just keeps popping up. In relation to places, Arkansas and China popped up as well. I don't know if you're planning to travel to these places or from there, live there. In some way, shape, or form, those two locations are related. Take it as it resonates. But there's like a desire for you to not go running back just because things feel comfortable. Okay, a hermit, they continue to grow because they break out of their shell and they just get a new one. Okay, for you, I feel like when you start growing and the shell feels like it's gonna break, you just shrink yourself down to feel comfortable, and that's not good. Okay, that's not good to get comfortable in where you are right now. You are a plant. Okay, this is figuratively, but our bodies are just like plants. That's why we need water, sunlight, nourishment, food. We need all of these things in order to thrive. So in order to continue growing, you have to keep feeding yourself, fueling yourself with new energy, water, like healthy things. Okay, and sometimes the familiar isn't what's healthy for you. It's actually very toxic. Okay, and if you put a plant in a toxic environment for too long, it's gonna die. All right. So I'm also hearing another lesson for you is to show more gratitude. Okay, this will get you out of any type of stagnant energy or, you know, negative self-talk that you might fall into. Excuse me. Showing more gratitude will help you to navigate through those emotions a lot better because you won't take your current life for granted. You know, you will appreciate the small things, and when you start talking down on yourself, you will silence it quicker. Okay? Because when you can silence that self-doubt, you avoid getting stuck into a stagnant energy. All right? So there's that. I also saw someone living somewhere cold and wanting more heat. You could currently like work somewhere where they always have the AC on and you're always freezing. You're like, I need to get some heat. That plays into stagnant energy. When you're cold, you think about the molecules in an ice cube. The reason that water becomes an ice cube is because the molecules stop moving as quickly and they start to slow down and it creates a solid form. Okay, when you heat that up, the molecules are moving fast and energy is flowing, you know, the water is boiling. And I feel like you being in a cold environment can contribute to the stagnant energy that you do feel at times. Okay, there's something about the spring and the summer of this year that's going to bring you some type of burst of energy, a newfound desire and passion and drive. I feel that coming in for you, for sure. There's some sort of abandonment issues that you're being prompted to heal as well. This could stem from your childhood or from recent relationships where you felt like you weren't being, and not even just relationships, friendships as well, where you felt like you weren't being given the type of love and attention that you desired, and this person or people might have just stopped talking to you out the blue, and it's created this unresolved abandonment trauma that you have. Okay, I'm also hearing like learning how to not place expectations on other people because that only leads to disappointment. Okay, it's like just go with the flow. As easy as I can say that, it is very hard to do at times because we expect people to do things for us or treat us a certain way, or, you know, show up for us in the ways that we show up for them. But in actuality, that's not really how it plays out. Some people do get lucky and find someone who is 100% going to give them reciprocity in what it is that they desire. But, you know, for the rest of us, it doesn't really happen that way. So I'm just hearing like, when you place expectations on others, you're just leaving yourself to get hurt. Okay? And oftentimes, like, I feel like there's a tendency for you to place high expectations or standards on other people, but you don't uphold them for your own life, or you don't uphold them in the way that you're expecting other people to. Okay? And that's prompting me into the next lesson that you are being asked to learn, and that is to have grace on other people, to have, you know, grace and sympathy and empathy, and understand that not everyone was raised the same way. The way you were raised is completely different from someone else. So what you feel is normal or common sense to you isn't so common to the next person. All right. Yes. Let's see. Another thing on here I got is trust that the pieces of the puzzle are falling into place. Yes. So trusting the process, not looking too far into the future, because as we know, the future is an illusion. It's not here yet. We create it with our thoughts, actions, and words in this present moment. So yeah, not placing too much emphasis on what's next, what's coming. You know, just feeling it out, just knowing that every decision that you make, every person that you meet, everything is everything. It's all playing into your life story. And trusting in that is very essential for you, okay? It will help you get out of your head and not, you know, become so mentally bogged down with the idea of, am I doing this right? Is this gonna play out correctly? I hope I didn't make a mistake. You know, it's like a perfectionism type energy, okay? Whew. So let's see here. Yeah, the number 135 came out, and also 71612. That's the area code for Arkansas. You could live there, like I mentioned before, but that number 71612, July 16th and June 12th are also numbers that are coming out. Okay, so let's get into the cards and see what other lessons you are being taught right now. So we're going to use the Lessons of Life deck. This is a deck that I created on my Etsy shop. You know, if you're vibing with it, you know, you can check it out. Link will be in the description. Okay. All right. So let's see here. Woo. We're going to shuffle one more time. Let's see. What lessons is Pile 3 being taught right now? So let's see. What lessons is Pile 3 being taught right now? Ooh. What lessons should they be learning? In what ways are they being tested? It's a lot of them that want to come out. I feel like it's 3. I feel them. All right, so let's see. Oh, we got some that's flipped over here. Wow, I was right. It's 3. Crazy. Oh no, I lied. It's 4. Ha! It was sneaky back there. All right, so let's see. So the first one says recalibration. Redefine your perceptions. Activate your inner potential. Yes. So then the next one says detach from the outcome. The universe works behind the scenes. Do not micromanage. Okay. This one says reconciliation. It's never too late to bring justice to a situation pertaining to love, because the teddy bear has a little love heart. All right, and this last one says passport stamps. Catch flights, not feelings. New adventures await. Yes, so what I'm hearing is, for sure, dealing with this abandonment issues, it's like a reconciliation of bringing justice to a situation for yourself. And I feel like this is an internal, you know, balancing of the scales for you. It's like, I don't really feel like it's you forgiving someone. Maybe it is you for, actually, that's exactly what it is. It's not like you need to have a conversation with someone and talk about forgiveness or apologize. You know, I feel like it's an internal reconciliation of you allowing yourself to forgive someone for abandoning you, or forgive someone for leaving you when you needed them the most. Okay, that's what I'm getting here. Like, it's never too late for you to find internal peace with that situation. Okay, because forgiveness is never for the other person, it's for you and your own peace of mind and your own happiness. Okay. Yes. We also have here detach from the outcome. And yeah, that's kind of like with the whole expectations thing, not putting too many expectations on what's to come, just detaching from it. Yes, it is super hard because we want to know every definitive detail about every single thing. But in all honesty, tarot readings is just energy. Everything is energy. At one given moment, you can make a decision and your whole life will change in a drastic way. You might not see how, but a decision you make today can just change all of that. So it's a matter of just detaching from the outcome, because change is the only constant that we have. There's something always changing, always going on, okay? And yeah, it's like if you hold on to this one outcome that you genuinely want or you genuinely think is best for you, it's like the universe could have something that's 1,000 times better, but you're holding on to this present thing. And that's what makes it harder for you to detach, because you've already ingrained in your mind that this is what it's supposed to be, when really it's not, okay? So then we have recalibration, redefine your perceptions, activate your inner potential. Yes, so take some time to yourself to recalibrate. It's kind of like when you do the settings on a TV where like something isn't aligned correctly or the colors aren't showing up right. You know, it's like fine tuning little things to make the picture show up clearly. It's like this recalibration is going to help to improve your vision and help you see more clearly as to what you're supposed to be doing or what parts of your inner being that you have to tap into more, okay? Because there's something about activating your inner potential, like grounding yourself. This could be a period where meditating or going outside and walking in the dirt or going to the beach will be critical for you. Okay, it'll help you just to recenter yourself, to get back to this place of homeostasis. Is that the right word? Homeostasis? I want to say so. But yes, that's the energy I'm getting right here. Redefine your perceptions. Redefine your goals. Redefine your morals, your values. You know, really tap in and ask yourself, like, what is essential to my well-being? You know, establish those things. And then we also have here passport stamps. Catch flights, not feelings. New adventures await. Yes. So like when we catch feelings for people that causes some form of attachment, we feel to a certain degree attached to this person, or really we feel close to them, or we just develop these feelings. And I'm just hearing like you're at this stage in your life where that shouldn't be your main focus. You know, if you don't have a passport, this is your confirmation to get one, okay? And if you do have one with no stamps in it, this is your time to get more, okay? And if you do have stamps in your passport, this is just another reason for you to just travel. Why not travel more, you know? Book that flight. If you've been thinking about it, book that flight. And I'm seeing you going with a friend, like going to just have fun. It doesn't have to always be a serious trip or like you going on a mission or something. It's okay to just let your hair down and just go have fun. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So these are the other lessons that you're learning right now. We're going to get some advice for you as well. So let's see. We're going to use the DMs from Spirit deck. This is also on my Etsy shop. All right, so let's see. What is the advice for, there's 3 6s here, 666. That number is not the devil's number, okay? Just throwing that out there. No number is demonic, okay? They all hold their own special energy. And 6s just makes me think of rebalancing, refocusing, and recalibrating, essentially. Refocusing your thoughts, recalibrating your inner being, and, you know, like rejuvenating yourself. Yeah, I'm seeing, this is so random, but I'm seeing like a spa day, like not taking things so seriously. That's what I'm hearing. Not taking things so seriously. Do something that makes you feel alive, that makes you feel like you're enjoying life. Go to the spa, take a trip, you know, go drink a pina colada at the beach or something. Like, do something that doesn't have to be so serious all the time. Okay? Yes, that's what I'm hearing. All right. So let's get this advice. Let's see. What is the advice for pile 3? All right, it's at 2. Let's get one more. Can we please have one more advice card for pile 3? Here we go. All right, so the first card says, ask your dad or a father figure, he'll know. Okay. Oops. So this one says, if it hurts you more than it heals you, cut ties with it. Yes, and we actually have this cut rope on this detached from the outcome. Okay. And then we have, ask yourself, is this truly what you want? If the answer is coming from a place of fear and lack, proceed with caution. Yeah, so this brings up the question of, you know, are you doing something that is, you know, in the image of other people, it seems like it's the right thing to do, or are you doing the right thing for yourself? Because everyone's life is unique, okay? Yes, and oftentimes we do make decisions based off of fear or lack or surviving or desperation. Like, is that what you're doing? Ask yourself, is that what you are doing? And if it is, this is your warning to not do that, okay? You know, however we think, however we perceive, yeah, it's coming into this redefine your perception. Like, how do you perceive your life? Do you perceive your life from the eyes of abundance and infinite potential and wealth and, you know, unlimited opportunities? Or do you see it through the foggy lens of fear, anxiety, depression, scarcity? You know, ask yourself that. You know, it's like self-introspection. Ask yourself those tough questions. And also, if it hurts you more than it heals you, cut ties with it. That's feeding into this reconciliation, forgiveness, okay? I feel like there's something internal that you've been holding in for quite some time, and it's taken a toll on you, whether physically, mentally, emotionally. It's taken a really big toll on you, and I'm hearing it's time to cut ties with that. Like, what? Holding that in or keeping that grudge or those feelings of resentment, how is that helping you progress in your life? How is that helping you progress forward? It's not. It's hindering you, okay? And it's really like detrimental to your well-being. Why would you want to hold on to that? You know what I'm saying? So then we have here, ask your dad or father figure, he'll know. So I'm hearing like there could be some type of guy in your life that you look up to or is a role model. I feel like they will have an answer for you that will help you figure out how to move forward, whether it's pertaining to forgiveness, whether it's pertaining to, you know, the decisions you're making, or like any of the things I've talked about today. If there are any type of questions that you have that you feel you're unable to get to a resolution for, ask someone, ask your dad or a father figure in your life, okay? They will know. All right, so this is your reading. I really hope it resonated, and if it did, definitely leave a like down below. Also, you know, if you feel like you want to talk to your girl, leave a comment as well. I love seeing what you all have to say. But nonetheless, enjoy your day, night, evening, and I will catch you in the next reading. See ya.